Yes.
How are you doing?
Miserable. Miserable.
If you had a basketball team.
Wow.
Okay, if
He,
you had-
he just said miserable. You just like glossed over that.
Yeah, of
He
course.
doesn't pay attention to anything I'm
The
saying.
guy is complaining. He said,
Well,
I'm miserable.
okay,
Ask him
fine.
why. What's wrong?
Okay,
And he goes,
No. He's
Okay,
not,
fine.
No, don't.
Turks.
No.
he just said, okay, fine. It's obvious he don't care.
I do care.
No, you don't.
My friend's miseries is my miseries.
Oh, you're such a liar.
No, it's not.
I've been crying to you for years.
No,
Bullshit.
no, you haven't. Okay. We need to have an answer to this question.
What's the question?
Why is Turks miserable?
I have a better question for you. How about we start first?
Thank you. Thank you. This ends my misery.
Yes.
This ends your misery.
Yes.
Okay.
And his nightmare will start.
See, he thought he was going to a better place.
I think he was.
Okay.
Or at least he thinks he was.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Nobody's going to a better place.
Nobody's going to a better place.
Yes.
Oh, it's like astaghfirullah.
We're all going.
Depends
to
on
a better place.
what are you thinking of? Because I'm like, my mind went dark.
No, I'm talking.
I know this.
He could be talking about a restaurant, but my mind went dark.
No, I'm talking about the context of the next like 40 to 60 minutes. So
Okay.
yeah. He's not-
Welcome past the Kabsa episode 23. What's happening? We miss you guys.
Yes.
All is good. All is popping. I hope everybody caught up with the last episode. I hope that in some way, somehow, there was a sequence somewhere that you guys enjoyed, because we have no idea what happened.
All
And
over
just
the
like last time, we got no topics.
No, we do have topics.
Actually, today we do. Actually, we do.
Not a lot.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We appreciate y'all. We respect y'all, and we love y'all so much. Not that much.
No, we do.
And we appreciate our tens and tens of listeners.
Especially number 3.
And I want to start off by giving props to someone, but I'd like to go back to Turk's misery first.
Oh, no.
Okay.
See how much of a good friend I am?
Thank you.
You see?
Thank you.
See, learn.
See,
Take notes. Take notes.
Teamwork.
Yo, someone get a pencil.
Support.
Are you trying to say you care or something?
No. I'm trying to make fun of you for a second.
Okay.
Why are you miserable? Tell me.
Because I was getting questioned by Shams. It was stupid question.
Oh, okay. No, that's
yeah.
normal misery.
Normal misery, yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Been
the
dealing-
day-to-day misery.
So
We're
like
dealing with
Sunday.
the more 10 years by any.
Here's a question: Why can't we all just be honest with each other sometimes and tell each other how we feel?
We do, don't we?
No,
Are
we
you
don't-
talking
we don't
about
have to
us three or people?
We're not talking about us three. People,
us three.
I can't judge for others, even though I will in a minute.
No, people
But-
because I care about their feelings, so I can't really tell them what I really think. But you guys, I mean, I tell you guys I hate you on a daily basis, if I'm not mistaken.
And I appreciate every
You
moment.
shrug it off. You shrug it off, and you don't do anything about it.
Nothing.
I think we hear you, but we're not listening.
No,
to you.
Shamsi, you do not even hear.
Yeah, see?
Yo,
Forget about
man.
listen.
Shamsi comes up with amazing exits.
Bro, we were driving yesterday home, and he was talking to me about like the exit and how they changed the traffic, and it was like all about. And I'm like, and he's like 5 minutes later, he's like, "You're not listening to me." I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm really not."
Shamsi, there's a speed bump in front of you.
Yeah.
We just passed 4. Number 5 is coming. All right.
Uh,
Oh, Shamsi speed bump. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, 4, 5. Okay, I can count.
Counting numbers.
this dude. This one.
Well, anyway, since you guys might do Saifa, let me go back to over here. Saifa.
No, but we do have good news. Don't we have good news?
We have good news?
We have good news. We have great news. The vaccine has arrived. in Saudi
Let's
Arabia.
pause that for a second.
Yes.
This episode's coming on like Wednesday, Thursday,
Okay.
Friday. I would like to ask all of our listeners, if you're in your car or you're just bored at home or if you're intrigued, turn on SRFM, Saudi Radio FM. Our good homie Ninyaz is doing an amazing job. She had an
She
amazing
is.
interview last Friday, which I deeply enjoyed. I think everybody should tune in. She's the sound of basically your whole culture right now.
Mhm.
And I think you guys should be paying attention. I know a lot of you are, but hey, we love listening to her every single weekend.
Let's get some more of you.
So
on
props to
board.
Niaz. We appreciate you. We'll put her Instagram somewhere around here. Now, with that out the way, with this bullshit, what's happening, fellas?
It's all good.
What's good, man? I got the Turks behind me. I got chips.
Wow.
Yo, what's happening? Tell me what's going on. What's in the news? Vaccines here?
Vaccine
We
is
good?
finally
They
arrived.
rolled it in.
They rolled it
The
in.
minister took a shot.
The minister took a shot.
Then did push-ups to show us that there's nothing wrong.
Did he do push-ups?
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
Maybe sit-ups. No, he didn't either.
Okay.
I think he went on a hiking trip.
So
Cool.
you're the
saying?
source of all the WhatsApp news.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice.
No, but
Very nice.
I think
I am my own grandmother.
I think wow, okay.
What's happening?
I think the things that we've been waiting for is finally here. Like, and hopefully, inshallah, It's going to roll out very smoothly. Apparently, more than 100,000 people signed up.
Over 150,000.
150,000 people signed up.
Yep.
So I'm waiting on y'all to sign up.
But there's a category right now. I told you.
Yeah.
So
There's
right
three
now,
categories.
65 and up.
Okay.
People with weak immune systems, what's the name? Liver
High
disease, high BMI, obesity, blood pressure, diabetes.
Okay.
They will go first, and also first responders and anybody's job that requires them to be
Isn't that
vaccinated.
in the second category?
No, that's part of the first category.
Well, no.
So
Okay.
the first category is anybody who has a BMI over 40, those who have immune deficiency issues, or people with a history of previous stroke, or two or more chronic diseases, including asthma, diabetes, so on and so forth. The second phase, so the first one is people over 65 and those who we just mentioned. The second phase is people who are over 50, health practitioners.
First responders also in the first
Yeah.
phase.
First responders as well. Health practitioners, people who have asthma, diabetes, chronic disease, chronic kidney or heart disease.
I thought that was what health practitioners mean.
No, there's first responders and then there's health
Oh,
practitioners.
okay.
So those
Yeah.
are two
Sorry.
different categories. And people have a BMI between 30 and 40. And then the final stage is everybody else. So fat people get ahead of us.
For the first time.
Like,
That was so dark how you said that.
Yes.
It's so awful.
No, but okay. Like, is there a reason? Like people who have.
Yeah, because people with high BMIs, they have a higher risk
Higher
of
risk.
getting diabetes, high
Okay.
blood pressure, a lot of things.
Okay.
So it is a risk.
hmm
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, you know how like we usually have like huge bellies with like fat all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can cause cancer,
Okay.
but no one's doing shit about it.
hmm
Yeah.
Some people are.
I saw this guy in Bahrain, this doctor in Bahrain, he was saying that everybody was asking for the vaccine. When the vaccine came, everybody was like, "Oh, Mu'amara, oh, what's going on?" And it was like, "You guys eat unhealthy foods every single day."
Exactly. Like GMO stuff. Fast
Yeah,
food
like
stuff.
you're not even taking care of yourself, and you're out here complaining about a vaccine. You're already doing a bad job.
Yeah, that's the whole news and media not really doing a good job. I think. On
The
that
news and
level.
media
What?
here, no, here
no, I
they
mean-
every bullshit that came out, they debunked it real quick.
in the sense of the WhatsApp communications.
No,
and the
no, but
WhatsApp
my
groups.
personal experience, I was paranoid about this whole vaccine thing.
Okay.
Then through WhatsApp,
Okay.
I got some videos from the Ministry of Health that
Give a breakdown.
Yeah, it gave me a complete breakdown about what's happening exactly, and برد خاطري بصراحة.
Because
I am much more comfortable with the idea of the vaccine.
So it wasn't me explaining it to you.
You explained it to me also, but that was after.
Okay.
إلا آخذ credit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
You have to give me my credit.
just a little
Fair
bit.
Like I'm the guy who
Yeah.
saved your life. Listen,
Okay.
I think also in the rollout they were saying that they were also part of the process when they were doing testing.
Okay.
So they were doing their own lab works. They were looking over everything. So the process has been moving for a while. It's not like, oh yeah, let's do it now. Also, a huge shout out to the king and the crown prince,
Mhm.
because a lot of people are ungrateful and they're not noticing that we were one of the first countries to actually get the vaccine.
We're
Right?
literally one of the
Yeah.
first countries.
Yes, that's a privilege
Like,
that goes unnoticed.
A large percentage of Europe still hasn't approved it.
we were one of the first countries to do full lockdowns. We were I think I don't know how many countries gave out free
Healthcare.
healthcare for everybody who was affected with COVID-19, and also gave what's the name,
free access to the vaccine as well right now.
free access to the vaccine. But
Yes.
even before that,
Yeah.
if you have a member of your family that passed away from COVID-19, Allah yarhamhum, you got some help from the government. Also, one of my friends, his father passed away,
Allah.
and you get 2 letters. Allah yarhamhu, you get 2 letters from the crown prince and the king.
MashaAllah.
Yazunak.
Okay.
That's something I didn't know. He showed it to me. I'll show you guys later on. He showed me a picture of it, and I was like, I have no idea. Like, there's no space in my little dark heart
Mm.
for this kind of kindness.
Like I think
And a lot of people not pay attention to it.
لا بس alhamdulillah, like looking at the numbers in Saudi and comparing them to anywhere else around the world, like صح, we have had people pass away. We have had a large number of cases, but relatively, I think we've done a great job.
Definitely.
Honestly,
Yes,
Like, we've done
yeah.
a great job.
Compared to others,
Yes.
I mean, we're in the top with New Zealand and everybody else.
Yes.
Going through this whole year, the only thing you can repeat is Alhamdulillah. Ni'mah.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
It's something that really a lot of people don't know the value of. It's the problem is, in this region, we understand how hot our region is. So we should be more grateful for the security and the confidence that this government has in us and we have in them. And I swear to God, I cannot begin to say thank you enough for every single little point in detail. Because everything that we just talked about right now, that was just like still a small percentage of the amount of things that they did.
Mm.
Cleaning up the streets, forcing everyone to make sure that everybody was wearing their masks.
Like the whole education program that happened. نعود بحذر,
Oh
like
my
all of
God,
that.
yes, the
Yeah,
education.
exactly. Like you were stuck at home for a good 2 months, and every day you would have people coming out and telling you, "Listen, you need to do A, B, and C." And
Also, let's not forget-
that message got stuck. That message
Mm.
really got stuck because like now I walk into my house and there's literally a station for like washing up and taking the mask and all that stuff. Like this has become normalized, and it's a good thing. We're talking about a public health issue at the same time.
At the same time, let's not forget support the small businesses.
Yes, that as
Yes.
That
well.
was- see, so many things that was done that I mean, this year, if people just take that, oh, we were just not traveling, y'all are assholes.
Yeah, that's
There's so much that happened in the middle that you should be grateful for. You have no idea how much you should be grateful.
No.
If you're
I have friends who are abroad and they're assholes, and I'm gonna say it right now, y'all are assholes. And they talk so much shit about not wanting to come back.
okay.
And when shit hit the fan over there,
Okay.
they were at the embassy. Please, what is the next flight so we come back home?
Okay.
They recognize what safety, what security is.
Exactly.
Assholes,
Okay.
you gotta pay for that.
No, but still,
I will expose you one day.
see, but then when you think about it, even going back to the start of the whole thing, Anna, for me, the step of closing down Hajj and Umrah at that time and closing all of people coming in, I don't think that was something that Saudi as a country got enough, respect and appreciation
Yes.
for.
That's the fucking bullshit
Yeah.
that we had to deal with.
And that's
This
because-
amount of fucking and the money that we give to fucking WHO, and still,
Yes. See, but then again, at the same time, I do recognize that at this point in time, it's not about you really getting privileged. It's about just making sure that everybody's looking out for their own. And I'm super
looked
proud.
out for our own.
I'm super proud
And
that
then
we
some.
did. We looked out for all of the people that lived in the country and not just citizens.
Exactly.
We looked out for the residents. We looked out for everybody that was involved with.
Even people who were stuck here, that were supposed to leave, that got stuck
Bro,
during COVID when the airports closed down, they were also taken care of.
And the people that got stuck abroad, like the people that wanted to come back and couldn't come back for one reason.
Yeah,
or the other.
every single second you bring up another
Yeah,
fucking
see,
great point.
Like, yeah, the people that
The people who got stuck abroad, they called the embassies.
exactly embassies. They called the embassies. The embassies set everybody up in hotels. They made sure that everybody was
Minimum 4 stars.
yeah, everybody was kept track of, and they kept them updated and letting them know, okay, like this is what the situation is. We're gonna let you know within a month or 2 months if you can go back.
A friend of mine got, not only that, he called the embassy, they got him a place. It was a 5-star hotel, actually. Excuse me. On top of that, they brought him meals. Like, do you want hotel meals or do you want us to bring you meals also?
I remember at the beginning,
That's
some people
Also calling up
Yeah.
constantly, making sure, hey, you're good? Do you need anything? Nagas ay haja? Oh, okay, you need a hotel? Just go to any hotel, just give them your passport.
and not even that. There were some people that were complaining about dietary restrictions, and they ended up basically calling the embassy and embassy saying, hey, if you guys want something else, we can provide it for you. Just inform us and give us a heads up, basically.
What the country did is a perfect case study of how to handle a global
Pandemic.
pandemic. It is beautiful. What we
That
did
is
was
beautiful how you said it
Yeah.
right there. So we should be the model of how we took it on and how people responded. How one government made the correct decision every single time, and how people saw it as the correct decision. Let's keep in mind, it was like almost every other day the Minister of Health, and I don't know who else was on TV.
They were every day.
Yeah,
There
the
was a press
spokesperson for the Minister of Health.
Yeah, there was a press
Every
conference.
day they were on TV giving us update by the second. Twitter non-stop active. Every time there was something that's supposed to come out, everybody knew something's coming out. We all see it, we all watch, we all paid attention. Because the way, the transparency and how they communicated to us and how they were very honest made us, okay, we need to really be careful
no.
also and play our role.
At the same time, it was something that was relaxing and calming because you know what's going on. Like you do have visibility on the situation. You are getting told, hey, listen, like this is what's going on today. Things that are going to happen tomorrow, we're going to let you know.
Exactly. And you know that people are handling it properly.
Yeah, and you see it. Like you actually do see it. Like when my parents were stuck abroad, right? And they ended up coming back like 2 months after lockdown. They
Yeah.
ended up quarantining in a hotel for 2 weeks before they ended up coming home
Also that, coming back and getting quarantined for free.
and setting up basically in a hotel and all of that.
Accommodation, meals, and
Accommodation,
everything.
everything, man.
And when I went to pick them up, like the whole, I ended up we there's like an application and you basically get a message that allows you to go out during the lockdown. So that whole process of dealing with people on my way out and on my way back in really did like give me a glimpse of how everybody was really dedicated to what was going on. Like
Mm.
everybody is on full alert, and everybody's like taking their job seriously, and everybody's just making sure
Exactly.
that they do what they have to do, basically.
Let's
So
also not forget how they also seized the moment to fix things that needed to be fixed when everybody was on lockdown. Oh, this highway needs to be repaired. Let's get on it.
Since it's
Yeah.
empty.
Yeah, since it's empty,
Exactly.
let's get on it. Oh, this project needs this. Get it moving.
Seize the day.
seize the day.
And also, and they made sure everybody was using the correct measures. Nobody was out there without masks. Nobody was out there without gloves when gloves was a thing.
One thing I think that people maybe are not completely aware about, just the fact that we have the vaccine today right now doesn't mean that, life is going to go back to normal. We're still going to have to go through this process of like vaccinating 70% of the population they said they wanted to get through before like things start going back to normal. I think airports starts opening up, like there are limitations that are currently in place when it comes to like weddings and gatherings are like
Of course.
removed, or
It's going to be a slow process, but that's the right way to do it.
plus if anybody's thinking of traveling, I don't know where y'all want to go.
Everything is
Yeah.
closed now. Man, a lot of my boys,
Hot
boys,
spots
they've been
everywhere, bro.
annoying me. Oh man, I can't wait to travel. When are we traveling? You got any news? Like, where are you gonna go, man? London's on lockdown again.
Bro, Europe completely is messed up.
Belgium was saying, "Oh, we're stopping flights from the UK." Germany saying we're stopping flights from the UK. Everybody's backing away from each other. You're
Yeah.
still like, "Oh man, I can't wait to travel." Where are you gonna go?
I'll tell you where you want to go. Go to the Ula. And that's where you go.
Exactly.
Exactly where you're going.
I mean, like again, last time when everything happened, we didn't really enjoy the great weather because we were on lockdown. By the time everything opened up, it was close to summer. So
True.
now you can actually enjoy the country in a cool weather.
And there's like an entire program they just released.
There's so many programs,
Yeah, there's-
from winter oasis,
Exactly.
from hiking, camping, desert exploration, all- I
Kashtat,
don't
trademark.
know.
Okay. It's like
Kabushi.
Kabushi, like plenty of places to go.
Yeah, many places to go.
Speaking of Kashtat, another thing that I just saw. So part of basically us being part of the G20, so Saudi applied to have al-sadu, which is like the natural weaving that is used like in tents and desert and stuff to
Traditional,
be
not natural.
traditional,
Yeah.
excuse me, to be applied to the UNESCO World Heritage List, and it was just accepted.
That's dope.
So now we have
Congrats.
more
Congrats.
heritage.
Well
Congrats.
done. Well
Congrats.
And
We have another mark.
yes, we do have another mark.
Yes.
And we did see that mark, the G20 logo. They pointed out. And
Yes.
that's one of the things I love the most about it. Like, I loved how they were able to inject that like traditional
Yeah.
feel to
It's
a
iconic.
global-
It's classic. You
exactly
can't-
to a
you can't-
global icon. Like for me as a marketing branding guy that really
Or maybe as a Saudi, also as a local.
as a Saudi, as
you
a Saudi
have
as
your
well,
culture right now in
Yes.
front of people.
touch the right buttons. Basically.
Exactly. It's not some oil or some camel.
Now we need
Mm.
y'all fashion people to kind of start getting creative.
Shh. No, stop.
No, what?
Like with
Stop,
the actual
stop,
use of it.
stop, stop.
Because the way it's
No,
going right
no.
now,
Yeah, no.
like,
Don't sell
okay.
them our ideas.
No.
Don't tell them more ideas.
Like, stop. Okay, they're already doing a bad job. Let's not give them the ideas that we have.
No, that's what I'm
Some
saying.
people are doing some good stuff, to be honest.
Okay, the
But what-
Abayat have been doing great.
Yeah.
We're talking about for the fellas. We're not talking about for
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
ladies.
something else.
We have no right to say anything about you whatsoever, and we've been not told or instructed or basically forced to shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
Have we?
No, I'm just saying we didn't.
Things happened
Yeah,
off camera.
we
at some
didn't.
point.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened off camera, but my life is always on camera, so
Interesting.
Things were not said.
Things were not said.
Yes. Okay.
Things were-
Messages were not delivered.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Okay.
But yeah, the Abayat have been popping on that one. But for guys, I saw some hoodies.
Very basic.
Yeah, the hoodies looked like it was basically, I don't know,
No, it's okay. You're incorporating it. It looks
kind of takaya.
it looks different. It looks different. Fine, I'll give them that. It looks different, but it's
No,
not
we know it looks different, but how do they use it?
ease.
Yeah. No, there's
You don't need to overuse it and tell me, yo, Sadu,
Exactly.
on a hoodie. I can get that.
a lot of people are going. It's like the
Like, I see it.
the schmuck
Yes, I
pattern.
know what it is.
Yeah.
Remember the schmuck pattern cap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god.
stupid. It's overdone. It's injecting something into something else without the idea, without thinking about it properly.
You had one, didn't you, Shamsi?
Okay.
You had one.
No, I was.
You
thinking-
had
yeah, I
one.
was thinking-
You had
I was
one.
thinking- that really had a moment, didn't it? Didn't
See,
it? Okay.
see.
Yeah.
If we said yes, you're like, yeah, I had one. You had one,
Like
didn't you?
2003, maybe.
You had one, didn't you, Shamsi?
2004.
Shamsi.
Yeah, probably. I
Dude,
probably
dude,
did.
if Shamsi had his way,
Yeah.
Who
I would
wanted the mask, the Shimag mask?
There's a
Smart
shmag mask.
Yes.
What's the shmag
Oh yeah,
mask?
right. The cloth mask.
Yes.
I didn't get that one.
Someone said I
saw
want
that.
it. I'm trying to remember who it is so I can
I
clown
saw
them.
that. I saw that on a person wearing a shmag, and it looked like
No, it looks symmetrical. That's
Why
what
are
it
you
looks like.
ninja?
Okay.
Why are you going full ninja? But
Bro,
yeah,
you're not appreciating
In the
fa-
summer.
I'm sorry.
You're not appreciating
I'm sorry,
fashion. Like
yeah.
you're not.
Dude, if you had your own way, I
Oh
would
my
see.
god.
I would
This
see
guy's-
a shmag
look,
bandana
see this
coming
bullshit?
out. Like, على طول.
This
He's trying to
what-
save himself. He's like,
No.
you don't appreciate fashion.
No, you're not. No, listen. See, my issue with like when it comes to using the sedu, for example, like okay, we know that it's a very traditional way of using it. We know that okay, there's different sets or colors or tribes or
Yes.
okay.
Yes. There are
different locations.
patterns and colors. Sets, tribes, and stuff.
He started with gangsters, then he tried to play it off as tribal.
I was-
Sets and crews and squads.
Yeah, I was thinking like Scotland, like the kilts, like
yeah.
it's clans. The kilts are by clans. It's a
By
very-
families,
Don't
not
say
by
clans.
clans.
Okay.
I know, it's not clans,
They
bro.
call them clans in Scotland.
They don't call them clans.
Yes.
Okay,
Anyways,
fair enough.
We're
so
not Scotland, though.
what I'm saying is like you can take the elements. Okay.
Have you seen a map before?
Can I finish what I was saying?
No, you
Okay.
can't.
Yes.
Sorry, go.
Like you can take the elements basically, break them down, deconstruct them, and reconstruct them in a different way.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And-
Nobody's doing. Yeah,
Thank
some
you, thank you,
people-
thank you for common sense.
No,
We-
no, no.
No, for
No,
real.
unfortunately, that is not common sense.
No, it is
From
common
what I have
sense.
seen in the fashion scene here, some people do not understand that common sense.
Hello, then let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to a deep dive again. I know we've been postponing this talk for a long, long time, but I'm gonna keep postponing it
Okay.
because here's the problem.
Hmm.
No, they have common sense, but the problem is here. Okay, because if I don't want to be very straightforward because I'm
Please
gonna
do.
annoy people.
Please do.
But I want to ask you this:
Okay.
do we dress up from head to toe in Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
When we travel, we do.
It doesn't matter. Do we?
Some people do.
Do a lot of people dress up in a certain brand and make sure that you see the brand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
This
you're talking about us?
No, no,
or
no,
us,
no,
the
no, 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 people. No, I'm not talking about
People?
us. No, I'm talking about people.
Yeah, definitely. We're walking catalogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
that's happening when they're
It's not
approaching.
used.
When they're approaching Sedu, that's what they're thinking. They're thinking, oh, the Louis Vuitton monogram, the Gucci. Okay, موزع في كل مكان موزع أمه في كل مكان.
Head to toe.
Exactly. This is how they keep screwing up. You can do it in such a minimal way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know that.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, we know that
That's
it's
the
common sense.
approach. Okay.
But they don't take that approach because they
It's not-
want to be, as Turk said, a catalog.
Yeah.
I think it's just easy or lazy, honestly.
No, I don't think it's easy or lazy. I think they think if they put like a small like logo right here, and people are like, no, man, I'm not gonna pay that much money for just this much.
No, I'm not
And then
paying.
we put up the
Exactly.
whole back.
Okay, again, I'm not paying for this. I'm paying for like the style. I'm paying for the quality. I'm paying for
Some
more than
people
one thing.
don't think like that. That's the problem. We
The-
think like that.
Yes,
But some
here's
people-
the issue. If you're looking at women's fashion here, it's actually more creative, more complex, and has more dedication.
Also killing it with the minimalism.
Yes, destroying,
Wow.
Okay,
destroying
when we say women's fashion, we're talking mainly
everything, you could think of. You want to go to hoodies, you want to go to jeans, you want to go to dresses, abayat, farwa, whatever you want.
Okay.
They're killing it. There's no competition of dealing with them. They're like some of them. I expect them to be very, very high in the coming years.
Okay.
I'm not gonna mention the names yet because people are in talks.
Yep.
So, as for guys, ايش هذا hoodie؟ يلا لصق مدير،
Let me see.
لصق سدو،
There's another element to it.
لصق logo, لصق whatever phrase that we say in the street, لصق, and they just give it out. Then I think about it. Okay, as a fashion brand, how do I present myself? No, they see it as I'm gonna have a collection of shirts with funny things on it, or things that's relatable. I'm gonna sell it.
I think there are very few examples of people that are maybe thinking or looking at it as a fashion brand. I do agree with the assessment to know, okay, something funny, something interesting, something cool, put on a t-shirt. ويلا لصق وامشي. But at the same time, when I'm looking at women's fashion, like women's fashion is much more varied and bigger. It's a bigger market than men's fashion here. Because you do have that element of abayat and hoodies and
You are
farwat.
so wrong.
Am I?
You are
Don't you
so
think
wrong.
the Saudi men are trying to be fashionable?
I think that a
you
large.
You
gone
don't see
out?
us in the
No, no.
streets.
I think no. It's not about trying to be fashionable. I think a large percentage of Saudi men are comfortable with just wearing thobe.
That is something that you can't.
know?
no,
you
thobe
can't-
is
yeah.
something that's essential.
I know.
But
No, no.
they still buy. how
I'm saying
many?
just wearing thobe. That's what I'm saying. I
No, no.
think there's a large percentage
No.
of people that.
So you
are.
mean tell me this whole young generation is just saying,
No, I'm not
yo,
talking
just
about
that's the consumer, طيب.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
How you ignore your
No,
consumer?
that's a good point. That's a good
You know,
point.
you go out at night, you rarely see thiab, especially when you go to public places like you walk and all these outdoor places.
Yeah.
You're the only one wearing a thobe there.
No, not really.
I'll
Not
give you
necessarily.
that.
Not necessarily. But I know I understand that when he mentioned the younger generation. Okay, I see that because it's true. The younger generation is always
Yeah, we're too old for
attempting.
fashion.
No,
Y'all are too old for
I'm
fashion.
sorry. Oh.
Y'all are too old.
no.
The
It's not
pants
about-
are comfortable. That's all. That's all I'm looking for.
Sweats in a shirt.
Yeah,
Sweats in a shirt.
exactly.
Sweats.
If they're
Sweats in a
good
shirt.
ass sweats, like they're good ass sweats.
No.
No,
no.
I get what
Okay.
you're saying.
I used to be a huge sweats guy. You guys remember that time?
Okay.
I was huge into sweats, and I had like very expensive sweats. And then I stopped one time. I was outside looking at myself in the mirror. I
Yeah.
look like a bum.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah, I look like a bum.
That is-
Okay.
that is a
Walking
problem.
around with people, everybody dressed up in jeans, you're sitting in sweats. I looked like a bum.
Okay.
Thank God I didn't have Tim's on.
Mm.
But that was it for me. That was done.
Like I don't usually
Yeah.
tend to wear sweats out in public. I wear sweats if I'm going to a friend's place.
I used to do that, but I have learned
Okay.
the wrongs of my way.
You have-
The
Yeah.
wrongs
I'm
of my
sorry.
ways.
It's just yeah, exactly what you said. Yeah, you look at yourself and from like among all the people, like yeah, I'm comfortable, but
Yeah, but I look like shit.
I look too comfortable. Like
Here's
like
the
I'm
thing.
supposed to lay
I was
down.
wearing very expensive sweats. I'm not talking about cheap. I'm talking about very, very expensive. They should not pay that kind of amount for it.
Okay.
So it was a fashionable item.
Okay.
No one gives two shit. It looks like sweats.
Yeah, I still sweat.
You still look like trash.
Like if there's a nice restaurant and has a dress code, and if you're wearing sweats, then you wouldn't be surprised.
First off, Shamsi, no, I will never go into a restaurant
No,
wearing
I'm-
sweats.
No, I'm just saying you wouldn't. But I'm saying
At some point, I would have. To be honest.
yeah. No, I'm just saying.
my whole wardrobe was sweats and cargo shorts.
That's it. He
and
was done.
Wow.
shabash.
He was hunting
That is it.
Okay.
or jogging,
That is it.
which he did none.
No sandals.
Kulu sandals.
Kudu sandals.
Kudu sandals.
Okay.
Open toe. And let's not forget the Crocs.
Okay. See, this is why he's not okay. This is why you don't do fashion, I guess. Like this.
What?
Yeah.
I know. I learned, and I started doing fashion.
He-
Right now.
Okay.
I love how more I started looking at how I look at clothes. I started doing fashion.
Yes, exactly. Well,
That shows exactly the skill set that we all have
Like,
here.
He opens Google, he does fashion. He clicks
Exactly.
the button. He's like, show me what it has
hello,
today.
Hey,
what is
Siri.
the recommendation?
Give me fashion.
Wow.
Astaghfirullah. Goes to a website, Wahed Fashion. Large.
لا, but again,
Add to cart.
I think
X large. No, sorry.
Yo, man, I'm trying to give you some,
I'm sorry.
I can't. Yeah, I forgot you're a humble, honest
I'm
person.
trying to get back to large soon, inshallah.
soon. As long as you're trying. Like that's the most important thing.
Thank you.
All right.
Like, okay, but for real, when it comes to fashion, I think there was an explosion in the last 2-3 years when you first started having events and you had these places where you had large numbers of people coming and mixing. You actually started paying attention to what other people were wearing, because before that, the exposure you had to the general public was limited. It was malls. It was pretty much that. Restaurants on occasions. You didn't go and like a place like Winter Wonderland and you'd see thousands of people at the same time. And if you were like a person who would go there to different places regularly, like I know people who would regularly go to the boulevard because they like the restaurants, they like the shisha, they like the vibe. Okay. And they would, tell me we're basically a big part of the appeal is people watching. And big part of people watching is what everybody's wearing.
Well, Shamsi, do you wear clothes for yourself?
Yes.
Do you wear clothes for yourself, Turks?
I try.
Why so dull? Why so sad?
I'm not wearing it
I
for other
try.
people. No, you're saying I
What,
wear
your
for
mom
other
dresses you up in the morning?
Yeah, I
She
wear-
puts
I-
your clothes on your bed?
Okay, fair enough.
What do you do?
Have you been looking? Have you looked? What's
Wow.
happening? No, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, sometimes you wear clothes for other people.
I agree with that.
كل اللي يعجبك البس اللي يعجب الناس. That's classic.
That's classic.
That's
Yeah.
I don't.
I
like
don't
that.
walk on that rule.
Yeah, I don't like that rule either.
I dress for myself, but I also make sure that I'm dressed nice. Like I like to see myself dressed in a proper manner. I don't need to be Louis Vuitton head to toe. I just need to look proper. I like to wear clean clothes and like shower, I guess. I don't know. So
I don't know about showers.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm gonna take that one back.
That's too far.
It's just too far. That's that's me having class.
but
like God forbid.
Honestly, like
Class.
if I'm going to hang out with the guys, yeah, I'm gonna dress up for myself. I'm gonna wear sweatpants, t-shirt, وما شغل في الباقيين. But if I'm going out to have like dinner or lunch with the family, dressing up for them.
So context appropriate.
I can go to a restaurant in sweats وانبسط ومرتاح.
But exactly what Turk just said a second ago, that yes, most people do dress up for other people.
Yeah.
This is why you have a huge market here. We're huge spenders.
On
Like,
fashion generally.
Yeah, like so a lot of companies don't want to admit to it because they don't want to come move their companies here, but they can kiss my ass. They know we are the demographic.
Oh yeah.
We are the target audience. Not everybody around us, with no disrespect to anyone, but
We
we,
have a much
are
bigger market.
Yeah, and we have a bigger population also.
And we do have a very high. So I'm not going to say average spend, but we do have people who are willing to pay
Yes,
crap loads of money for pieces, basically.
I would agree on that one.
Yeah.
And this is why fashion is important here, and it's getting even more and more and more and more.
True.
See, I agree with that.
I'm sorry. The issue that I have is that okay, you all see, not isn't you guys, as in everybody, you guys. Okay, let me talk to the camera for a second. Excuse me, guys. All of you see
going-
the demand. Seriously,
Okay.
all of you see the demand. Yet none of you are trying to be, and what Shamsi always says, innovative. None of you are trying to do something that has value. You guys are just doing things.
Easy.
It's-
No, it's just easy. It's just
It's easy and
mode.
cheap.
Maybe it is cheap.
Hey,
Yeah, maybe it is.
We touch the materials.
Maybe it is.
We
Maybe
know
it
the
is.
materials.
And overpriced.
And look, the pricing, I can understand the pricing. I can understand the
But
pricing.
keep in mind, I am talking about my things that would appeal to me. I'm not talking about other segments. Things that are much funkier for a younger generation or like whatever.
No. I agree with you in terms of pricing. See, pricing, I understand if you're a new business. I understand that. I understand if you have a limited collection and I'm getting a 1 of 6. I totally understand that. I understand your pricing range for that. But don't make me pay something so high for a medium quality garment and
True.
also expect me to say, oh yeah, I want to come back to you again.
See, that's the thing. The sad thing is, I'm the actual sucker that will go up to you and say, "Hey, this looks great." And
You guys hear to hear
No,
first.
for real. And the reason I do that is because I do want to support you. Maybe I don't like it that much, maybe I do know that the quality is not that great, but you're here, you're set up, you're looking for the customers. Hey, I'm a customer. I'll buy I'll support you. I hope to see you again. I hope to see you step up. I do.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one. I like to buy local.
So
It's like I'm going on this new thing where I'm just gonna buy local clothing from now on. Not now, maybe in a month or two after I'm done buying whatever I need right now.
You're stock up.
I'm stocking up on the essentials.
So you're done with the Christmas sales and stuff. Do they have Christmas
I
sales?
have no
I don't
idea.
think
Do they have Christmas? Yeah,
They
of
have-
course. No, of course. There's always Christmas sales.
Okay, anyways, go on.
I think I'm gonna start focusing more on local, and we're more local fashion designers
Sure.
or fashion icons,
Threads.
whatever they want to call
The
themselves.
drip.
There are a
Local
lot
drip.
of people.
And I'm gonna give them another chance, bro.
Local
Okay.
drip. There are a lot of people that are not like they're faking it. Basically, they're just looking for the fast money.
True.
Okay, but you have a specific 5% that are actually doing the work, that are actually
That is also true.
doing beautiful stuff. But finding that 5% is the hard part.
Okay.
Like I follow a couple of them on Instagram, and I buy some of their stuff. But most of the stuff that I buy is not specifically targeted at males. It's unisex, and it looks good because it's unisex.
That's called the money grab.
But hey, either way,
Yeah, like, oh, I'm just gonna make a shirt. This is the size. Whoever
No.
can get it can get it.
I got a photo with al-sadu pattern on it. Looks beautiful,
It is beautiful.
but
He beat me to the punch.
yeah, I
Okay.
did.
He showed it to me, and I was lazy, and he beat me to the punch.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
So
I
respect.
warned him not to get it عشان ما يطلع شكلنا بايخ.
Yes.
When we're both مطقمين كده.
The second he told me he got, it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna walk in
you
with
can't.
same as Turks.
You
Nah,
can't.
That
I'm
would-
gonna let him have his own fly shit, and I have my own fly shit.
Thank you very much.
That would have
I
been
appreciate
actually
it.
cute.
Yeah. See, I don't jump on people's hype. I let them hype themselves up لحالهم. I walk in my own lane.
Okay.
All right. I'm just saying for no reason.
Okay, man. I said it's
I'm
like
just saying.
Like,
I'm just saying.
Is there a message there?
I'm
He's
just
gonna
saying.
drop a couple of verses الحين.
Like, I don't know.
Give him a second.
Like, is there like subliminals, in between? I don't know.
No, just pay attention to the ad libs.
Wow. But
What
you
else
know.
is going on, man? I want to talk about fashion. I'm trying to avoid this conversation for so long. I'm not trying to piss off people, man.
No,
There's already enough people that are not pissed off.
They're highly critical.
They're not even hiding. No, they're just like, yo, bro, come on, don't hit me like that.
They're highly sensitive.
No. Thank God,
sensitive?
thank God. I have no sensitive friends.
Not you.
Yeah.
They're-
Actually, no, I do have some sensitive friends. I just don't give a shit that they're sensitive.
I consider myself a sensitive friend.
Thank you.
No, hell
Yes.
no.
No?
Hell no.
Really?
No, not even
Okay,
close.
That's good.
Not even close. I can see, champ, so you have nothing going on in life.
Okay, not at all. Zero.
I'm trying to remember, I forgot. So for everyone who's following us on Instagram, yesterday we were at an art exhibit.
By yesterday, you mean?
As in the day that you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Some day of the week.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fill it in the blank. You know.
Okay.
I'm gonna add.
That's where it's gonna
Yeah.
work.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. What was it called?
So it was Lekum Art Space.
Yeah, I think Lecom Arts. There we
Yeah.
go. That was it.
And they were hosting an exhibition that was sponsored by the Ministry of Economy and Expo 2020, Saudi's booth at Expo 2020. They were basically selling a bunch of art pieces by Abdulaziz Doghamshi. If anybody doesn't know him, he is a Saudi calligrapher. He does beautiful, beautiful things, Khat al-Arabi. And the artworks that were basically showcased were specific words that were picked out من النشيد الوطني. And I honestly enjoyed it so much. It was beautiful. They were huge,
Mm.
okay, and a little bit pricey, but all the proceeds were going to charity. I think the autism charity, one of the autism.
Yeah, it was- yeah, it
Families
was-
of autism.
Family
Families
of
of
Autism. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were there. It was nice. We had
We put
fun.
bids. We put bids.
Yes. So yeah, there's
We're broke.
there's like an actual website where you can go and put up bids.
Yeah.
And it's like it's an open bid, so you actually get to see what other people are bidding.
Shamsi put an emotional bid.
Yes.
Mm.
I picked up which one did I pick? Fakhr. I picked
That was
Fakhr.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah, Fakhr was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how big were they? You remember how the actual size of it?
3 meters in width, if I'm
Don't
not
say it like
mistaken.
that.
It was a statement piece.
They were huge.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. It was the kind of thing that you would literally take and you would put in a huge spot in the middle of your living room or man cave or whatever.
It needs a hall. It doesn't need
Yes.
a living room.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
need an entrance.
This is why I want to fill up this whole wall right here.
Yeah.
I want to have one big piece on this wall.
It would fit on this wall. It would be huge, honestly, but it would fit on this wall.
No, it would fit perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would fit.
There's a but
just about.
there's
Yeah.
Just about. Yeah.
there's a little there's a
I'm gonna
there's a couple,
shrink the couch a little bit.
yeah, but there's a bunch of bigger ones as well.
Yeah.
That retail for a larger price. What did you guys think? Let's start there.
First, shout out to Jeet and
For inviting us
for inviting us and Harmony.
and telling us, giving us a heads up.
They gave us heads up on this, and we really, really appreciate it. We had a lot of fun. My personal opinion was very, very critical, and so I kept it to myself.
Okay.
Wow.
How about
I'm joking. I'm joking.
How about you?
I
point
enjoyed
out
it.
What you liked and what you didn't like.
No, see, here's the thing: when you take me to a place like this, it sparks different conversations for me.
Okay.
I look at what's available, I appreciate it, I respect it, and then I start thinking to myself based on what I saw. So we had a very good discussion yesterday about
Value.
the value of art,
Yes.
and I don't think that we're going through it today because people would think that we're talking about this art exhibit. So I would rather, if you're listening, our topic is different from what we saw. Our topic was, what is the value of art to you?
How do you price it accordingly? Like
No,
how-
no, it wasn't. Oh, no,
It's
no,
not
no,
about-
no, no, no. It wasn't about the
No,
pricing.
no, it's not about that. I'm talking about how do you, as a consumer, view something and decide, okay, this is the threshold for me that is acceptable, and this is a threshold that is, not acceptable.
We're not talking about the money that you put in art. We're talking about the value of art.
Okay.
It's a completely different thing.
You want to go ahead, Turks?
Expand.
I'm waiting on you.
I'm-
He just dropped the gem and just walked away. Here,
Wait,
take it, Aiden.
You go for
what
it.
is the value of art? That's a great question. The value of art.
That's the question that we were discussing yesterday. Me and Turks were discussing before you came along, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were taking pictures. So I was telling Turks that, okay, as an artist, as someone who's creating something, you would have a higher value to your art. Me as a consumer or as someone who appreciates art, I'm gonna have two different feelings. If I'm a consumer, I'm gonna look at you and your value and what do you give and who sponsors you. And then I can put a price of how much I want to get from you. But as a guy who enjoys art, I'm looking at how much thought and value and heart you gave into your piece.
I think the first part goes back to an educated consumer or an art connoisseur, somebody who's familiar with the market and familiar with different artists and the wellspring of art.
Of course.
Let's put it that way.
Of course.
The other part of it is you as a consumer. What was it? How you
As a consumer
Yeah.
or as
No,
me as a person who appreciates art.
as a person who appreciates art.
To me, I'm looking at it. What did you do to that art? How much emotion? How much time? How much care? Attention to detail? What are you trying to give me? If you gave it enough value, I will find that value. It will speak to me. But if you didn't pay attention to your art, you just made art for the sake of art, then it will show in your art, and I won't be able to
And not for the
communicate
sake
with
of
it.
art, for the sake of making money out of art.
Oh, for the sake of making money out of art. Thank you, Tex.
So
We
if you
appreciate
as an
it.
artist try to be commercial, you'll always fail. That's what you're saying.
I can't tell you if you're gonna fail or not. أرزاق بيد
Yeah.
ربي.
Okay.
So I can't tell you that.
Let's put it another way. If you, as an artist, were trying to be commercial, then you will never reach that level of authenticity that genuine artists who put feeling,
Depends.
which
depends-
leads to respect and prestige. And
Depends on if you sell out or you don't sell out.
how do you sell out?
You sell out by not or abandoning what you did in the first place. What made people like what you do.
I don't think that's selling out.
That is selling.
I think that's growth. I think that's evolution.
That's no. I'm not talking about
No.
evolving into something else. No, I'm talking about abandoning what made you who you are and doing something completely for the money only. That is selling out. That in painting, in music, in anything.
We see. I think the first challenge for any artist, before we're talking about value or before we're talking about how people perceive you, is kind of finding your voice and establishing what your voice is, and then trying to figure out what exactly it is that you want to communicate.
So yesterday, who was the artist's name? I keep forgetting his name.
Abdulaziz Nuqamshi.
So Abdulaziz has his own art, and when you see it, you know it's his.
Mm.
Because he has a certain style.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Which is very Arabic calligraphy inspired, paintbrushes.
exactly. When you look at Banksy, he has his own art. No matter what happens, the essence of his work is still there.
But you can very easily replicate a Banksy. You can very easily.
You can easily replicate any art.
You can easily replicate a Monet if you like.
So why does that have value? Because it is a Monet? If I bring you a painting, then I tell you this is a Monet, and this is an undiscovered Monet, and it turns out to be a forgery by somebody else.
Yeah, what you're doing right now is taking a person who eats like from McDonald's and taking him to a 3 Michelin star restaurant and saying review this.
No,
dish.
That's what's happening.
I do not know what the value of a Monet is and what gives it the value. You تقدر تقول لي it's because it's this.
It's the water lilies, obviously.
That's-
What gives it value is how much.
How
Are you
many
willing to
water
pay for
lilies in a painting? Is that what gives it value?
That's a good question. That's
It goes back to you.
So again, that I think that leads us to the conclusion that maybe art is subjective. Art is subjective.
No, art not maybe. Art is.
Is of course.
Okay. So
Yes.
why do a large percentage of people agree on a Monet being worth what a Monet is worth?
Because they've been told for so long by some
Exactly.
white people that it's very, very expensive.
Because the museum told you it's valued at this.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah, but you
Because there is a demand for it and people are buying it for that price, that gives it the.
I'll get you something in the ballpark that you'll understand very clear. Banksy.
okay.
What gives him his value? Banksy never sold anything.
Well, he did, didn't he?
The $60 one, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
which I still hate myself for, by the
See,
way, because
see?
I was in New York at that time.
People don't know.
I
about
really
this.
hate myself
So
for this.
Banksy did a residency in New York, and he messed around in New York.
A 1 month
yeah. Okay.
residency in New York.
And part of his residency was basically him putting up a new piece in a different place every day and telling people about it. One of the things he did was he actually set up a stall in
Central Park.
in Central Park and had somebody selling $60 prints of Banksy. Now, what people didn't know were these prints were originals.
That's beautiful.
I think he sold like 5 or 15 or something.
He sold like
fucking-
4 or 5.
Yeah, something
Bro.
very, very small.
For a full day. And then the next day, he told people, "Oh, by the way, like these
If you
were
bought
originals."
these,
yeah. So
these
the
are
people that
originals.
bought them for $60 ended up basically,
Hundreds and $200,000. All of that.
yeah, literally, it ended
Yeah,
up
they're
going up to the
originals.
thousands.
Yeah. But again, goes back to my point. Banksy, he didn't tell you that my art is worth this value. It's his aura and how he did things. What gave it the value. So people know like this is very difficult to find because it's always going to be a one of one.
But see, the thing that I like that you mentioned Banksy, because Banksy is an example of how, the art word itself is just a parasite that just tries to commercialize everything. Because what Banksy started
I would
doing.
like for you to take that back. That's
Okay.
a very strong statement.
Okay, no, I'll give you in that context.
Okay, go ahead then.
In that context of Banksy basically being somebody who's doing, a taboo. Graffiti is, something that's outlawed. It's illegal. And this guy, the style that he ended up following and the way that he ended up going is basically always poking fun at somebody, whether it's authority, whether it's the cops, whether it's somebody in the community, or pointing out a hypocrisy in the community. So the way that people started tearing down walls and taking these Banksies and selling them in art auctions was basically the art community, the art world, proving itself to be what Banksy's making fun of. Like, you guys are just in it for the money. Now, that's different from somebody else who is trying to express himself and trying to create something and is putting it out there for people to estimate the value. And you know what? If you like it, you
Yeah,
can buy
but
this.
not a lot of people are there to estimate the value. There's not that many great artists of today that you can say, oh yeah, I can't wait to get the pieces. A lot of street artists are getting a lot of recognition now, like Cause.
So that's what I'm saying. Street art is a different sort of art because it's meant to be
It's
temporary.
still art.
No, it is. But I'm
Yes.
saying it's meant to
And
be
it still has the same
temporary.
value. Basquiat, after
Yeah.
he died, one of his paintings went for 250 million or something like that to some Japanese businessman. Same
Okay.
thing.
At the end of the day,
Basquiat has a lot of value.
it is the audience that determines the value of the art.
Exactly. If I
Whether,
see,
whether it's museums or street artists, it's still the audience that determines that.
even when you go in bidding,
Yeah.
But then that's what I'm
we
saying.
decide. You give me an opening bid, but I decide if I'm willing to match it or if I'm going to go so far up and bid against everybody to get it. And then the number that I got it, this guy paid this much for this. This is the value for it today. If you want to buy off of me, you need to give me a better value.
No, but
And it just keeps going,
what I'm
going
saying,
and going.
this works for regular art. What I'm saying, what happened with Banksy, which is something special, which is something unique, which is something that does not apply to any other street artist or graffiti artist.
Mhm.
is
Disagree.
that- wait, let me just make the point. Is that people ended up taking his art out of its context, out of the streets,
Yes.
and going and commercializing and selling it. I don't think Banksy wanted people to tear down walls on which he had graffitied something and sell them.
Of course not.
At the end of the day, he's not making anything out of it.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
but at the same time, maybe,
is,
maybe,
he is.
maybe. But at the same time, you do have examples of Banksy putting up, let's say, something on the side of a pub, and then that pub owner protects that piece of art, and the value of his property goes up 4 or 5 times because it has a Banksy on it.
Who determined that rise in value property?
Property owners,
Exactly.
property
The
developers.
audience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Audience.
Yeah.
It's
but-
not about Banksy.
But I'm
and-
saying it
even
was,
though he's not making money out of it, it is the audience that are tearing down the walls and putting prices on them.
But I have a problem with that because you're taking it out of its original context. You're
True.
taking it out of where it's supposed to be.
Do you think people care? They took it out of there and they put it somewhere. That's all that matters.
Mm.
I'll give you an example.
I care.
I have a Turksy. Okay. Turksy does great Kabsa designs. And then I took a piece.
Kabsa sushi designs.
Kabushi.
Okay.
All right. So he comes through and then I happen to find his art and I take it. You come to me, say, yo, I know you got a Turksy.
I would like a Turksy.
I want your Turksy.
That
That
sounds
sounds
so
really
adorable,
nasty.
you guys. I don't know what a Turksy is, but I want one so bad.
It's
right now.
you as a Banksy.
Wow. It's a little
So-
Turksy.
Turksy. So you come, you're like, yo, I want it. I'll tell you, I'm not selling it to you. Like, I'll give you a number. Like, okay, give me a number.
Whatever.
I'll give you 10,000. I'll tell you no. I'll give you 100,000. I keep telling you no. You come to me and say, yo, I'm giving you 10 million right now for it. And I say, okay. Do you know what's the value of it?
10 million.
10 million now.
Because I set the price and you accepted the price.
Exactly. So the audience made all the decisions. So when you get a Monet that's so expensive, it's because someone else bought it for an expensive price. And now you're trying to get it off of him.
So when you're telling me that somebody is pricing it at a certain price, that means that is the market set rate for that painting?
There's no such thing as a market set rate. No such thing.
Because the price of each individual painting or each individual
Exactly.
work of art is basically
It's
a
not
one
based
of one.
on another. Yeah,
Yes. Exactly.
So how do we estimate then? It's just about how we
You
feel.
don't estimate.
you don't.
A bunch of white people, old white people will estimate
I think
for
they
you.
prefer art critics, but yeah,
Yeah,
old white people.
Old white
also.
people.
Yeah.
It fits
Like,
in.
there's plenty of like fancy names. There's curators, there's
Exactly.
It's all bullshit. It's all white people making those decisions in museums. They're telling you, okay, how much money we can make off of that. Because when they're selling, they're making a cut on the side. So of course, Shamsi's work of art costs $10,000. Of course, the Turks is for $10 million.
Thank you.
Of course, Alem is for 25 cents.
Sounds good.
They're making their cuts.
Yeah, interesting.
But that's the thing.
But then there's the
It's a game. It's a game.
But then there's the other element of, okay, let's assume that whatever art show we go to, like somebody ends up putting his works of arts on the wall and then just telling people, you know what, I'm willing to sell them. You guys give me your prices. I'll take the best price for each painting. And then you have that competition between people who are trying to kind of figure out how much this thing might be worth.
انت خاش سوق الخضار ولا وين خاش بالضبط؟ I'm just
I'm-
trying.
I'm-
I'm just trying to figure out. That's how you describe it to me right now.
I'm just trying to give an example here.
But that's not a correct example for what actually happens.
Okay. What does actually happen?
A bunch of white people.
Simple as that.
It's simple
It's
as
always
that.
white people.
Yeah, it's always the audience. It's always the audience making the choice and saying, yes, this has value. I have certain things from certain people that a lot of people don't see value in. I see value in it. I have the helmet that looks like Iron Man, which is not actually Iron Man. It's from Snub 23. It's a great graffiti in the UK. And I had this for like 5 years now. To me, this is a great piece of art. The
It
way he made it look like, it looks like it was a mask that was blown up, that has wounds all over it, and has gunshots on it.
Worst
Been
day for
through all.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Was that?
It's been through war.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and it's made out of fiberglass.
Okay.
So to me, right now, I would never sell this, because to me, this is priceless.
Me and Turks, you just remind me when me and Turks ended up going to Comic-Con a couple of years ago. So they
Stamp
had,
days.
they had.
Sorry, if you're listening to us, you should watch us on YouTube so you can see where I'm pointing my finger.
Yeah.
I always keep forgetting that people are just listening.
Like there's things. that
Yes,
you
we
can see.
advise you guys to jump on YouTube also, and on Instagram, and on Twitter, and
So,
everything
anyways,
else.
so when we ended up going to Comic-Con, we ended up finding fine arts.
Which one, here or Jeddah?
The one here.
Okay.
Okay, they ended up having like fine art dealer, and this guy ended up having like original paintings or drawings by really well-known comic book artists, and or what was it, the Disney stuff, like really old original Walt Disney,
Yeah.
for example,
Sketches and
sketches and
everything,
stuff, and
Collector stuff.
collector
Okay.
stuff, and the prices were crazy.
Because they know they're going, okay, again, see, again, when I tell you about prices, keep in mind, if I'm renting a booth and I'm paying 5K, 6K, 8K for the booth, I have to make money off my product.
Okay,
So you
So
need to take all those factors into consideration.
okay, so that's a consideration for anybody who does like end up going to an art show
course.
here that we need to take into account. Maybe sometimes we don't really pay attention to that.
You guys were angry at me for buying an ashtray for like 300, but I understand the process behind it, how much it would cost to make it and how much it would cost to rent. And when you rent a place, you need to make your money back.
So this goes back to the whole support issue.
Yes.
So, anyways, so we ended up each of us getting a painting by somebody we liked, and we
Could not resist. Yes.
yeah, you ended up getting a Star Wars.
Getting a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Getting a Star Wars.
I ended up
It's
getting
like a Monet.
I like the
Getting a Star Wars.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a Star Wars as well.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
No, you
And-
got the
And
the
Batman.
Jim Lee, was it?
Yeah, it was a Jim Lee as well.
Yeah.
So, but the point is, we ended up having to negotiate basically with the guy to talk him down to the price. Where until we both of us felt comfortable with paying, like the combined price for whatever the
Oh
paintings
my
was.
God, you guys haggled the guy.
Yeah, we definitely haggled the
Oh
guy.
my God.
Yo, like I'm not going to that starting point of yours. I like this. I'm gonna take another spin. You're gonna see me walk back and forth. And
The
you're
hypocrisy, guys.
okay.
He was just screaming, support local, support local.
Yeah, that's
Habibi,
not
Now
local.
he's saying I
Culture.
haggled him
That's not-
down.
That's not local.
This is our
bro.
culture.
This is a cultural thing, dude.
No, this is your mom's culture,
Yeah.
not yours.
خمسة
You don't haggle.
5 ريال.
like يا عمتي هذه ب 200,000 اقول لك 5 ريال
5 ريال.
قابلني هاف واي
طيب خليك اخر كلام.
ترى اجيب لك زبون.
إيه بالضبط.
The trick,
الزبون واخر كلام were like
the trick is, and if you walk in as in the first booth that you walk into, basically that was one of the first booths we walked into, and then we started walking around and buying things. So the guy kept seeing us and calling us back every time he saw us. And we're like, nah, we're good, we're good, we're good. So we ended up going there. It was the very last thing we ended up doing before we left. We're like, okay, we'll make up our minds because they're big paintings. We're either gonna carry, we're not gonna carry them around with us. And we ended up like taking.
Y'all are assholes. I'm gonna tell y'all are assholes.
Yo, like,
No, y'all are assholes.
nah, bro.
No, that was disrespectful.
we're
bro.
smart
we are
buyers.
thrifty assholes.
You know what we are? We're strategic spenders. That's what we are.
That's what you are.
Yep.
And that's how the rich stays rich. You see? That's what happens.
Well, they also make their money work for them. So
All right.
Yeah, we
That
don't
sounds
do
like
that.
prostitution for some
No.
reason.
no.
I don't know what's going on.
Investment.
Oh, that's what investment is?
Yeah.
Making your money work
Yes.
by crippling someone and then just taking the money and making it
We're
work?
not crippling
Like-
someone, dude. We got like paintings by very famous and well-known artists.
For cheap.
Not for cheap. It's not cheap, dude.
For cheaper.
No. Dude, it was
Not
not
for
cheap.
cheap.
Assholes.
It was not cheap whatsoever. I wanted to take the whole booth, but
All right.
I could
Okay.
only afford one piece.
All right. How
and
much
a
was it?
tiny one.
How much did you pay? And I will tell
I'm
you
not gonna say.
if I.
We're
If,
not gonna say.
I'm not gonna.
all
both
right.
of us ain't
Give me
gonna say.
between.
I'm not gonna say.
Is it in the hundreds or thousands?
Thousands.
No, no.
It's in the
Yeah.
thousands? All right. Is it between 1 and 5? Definitely gonna be between 1 and 5 since you haggled.
Yeah,
Okay, is it between 1 and 2?
I'm not gonna say.
No, honestly, it was a lot. It was more than I would pay for a piece of art. It was more than I would have imagined myself really paying for something. But I really did connect with it. I really did enjoy it. I really wanted it to have it. You
You
know?
connected so much that you wanted to haggle it down.
Yeah. I was like, yo, I want this, but come on, be reasonable. Like
You
I'm
are
not-
buying a painting, not an espresso machine, Abu Shabab.
No, but see, that's the difference. It's not because it's comic book art, because it was by somebody who's extremely famous. It was basically a reproduction of a famous panel. It's not as the same thing as an original expression.
No, the one I got is original. Man, it's fake.
Yeah, I'm talking about bro. Can I make my argument?
Your argument is trash.
Sorry, if you're dragging me down with me, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. No, I got an original.
It was more than
raw
5K.
Kaz.
It was more than 5K?
Yeah,
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
for both.
Again. For both.
Yeah,
So around 2,500 each,
and
give and take.
more than that. It was between 5 and 10K. It
Like if it.
was
Alright.
between 5 and 10.
Oh, okay. You mean like 5K each or in
No,
total?
no, in total for both, it was between 5 and 10.
Okay. All right. You dropped it. How much did you drop it down? Couple of Ks?
It was like around 14.
14 what?
Okay.
All right. I'm about to say
We
like
paid-
14,000
Yeah, we dropped
down to 5.
No, we dropped it down to like 7 or 8, somewhere between that.
I want to hit on this, but that was actually a good drop.
Yeah, right?
That was a good drop.
Yeah.
That was a
It's
good
like, bro,
drop.
I want this.
That was a good drop.
I want this.
You got
but-
the Jim Lee that had the Batman and Catwoman.
yeah, Batman,
and
Catwoman, and
what's the other one?
and the Yoda impressionist painting.
Which
It's an
one?
impressionist painting of Yoda meditating. in the
Ah, that's dope. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that one. That's dope.
Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Great time.
I love that painting. Like, it's such a. I wake up and I look at it every day, and it's just Yoda meditating. It just makes me feel calm. Like,
Do you meditate, Chamsy?
I do,
You do?
I do.
You did.
No, I do, but I don't do regularly. Like, I usually do on the weekends. No, for real, I usually do on the weekends.
يعني بسموت دايم يعني.
I am.
Yeah, I exercise, but not regularly. Like how long? Like once in September.
No, I go 3 days a week now. Actually,
Aw.
2 days a week.
Back
Aw.
and forth.
Try to make it
Fridge.
3.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, that's
well.
you. That's you, Tux.
It's all good. I think we made our argument very clear that both of you are cheap and you like to rob people,
Mm-hmm.
and
And we
we
like to buy local.
and also you rob local.
We
Yeah.
rob local.
Rob Roker.
Rob Roker is a host on NBC. Okay, I'm sure. I'm just-
This is like his friend Chet. He was making this.
he has a friend named Shet.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Shit فاخر. Shit
Midget
فاخر.
Dickens.
He's a DJ. He does a song called Gold. It's very nice. Go check out Shit فاخر.
Yeah, peace.
Oh my God.
We
Go
are.
check out Chet.